Welcome to On the Other Hand. So back in the 2016 presidential election, when it came down to Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, I voted for Evan McMullin. Donald Trump won that election, and coming up here in 2022, Evan McMullin is running again, this time against Mike Lee for a Utah Senate seat. And this time, I don't want McMullin to win. Now before judging me on my voting choices or my apparent change of an opinion, I'd like to play a game called Let's Compare Evan McMullin in 2016 to Evan McMullin in 2020. For this game, I'll be pulling mostly from the site On the Issues for his 2016 stances, and then from various news articles and statements for his current views. In 2016, McMullin said the following about abortion, quote, "I would like to see Roe v. Wade overturned." He also described himself as pro-life. Seems pretty open and shut to me. So lo and behold, here in 2022, there was a leaked Supreme Court opinion that became a ruling recently about overturning Roe v. Wade, and McMullin said, quote, "If Roe v. Wade is overturned, some states will immediately enact extreme laws, such as total bans on abortion, onerous limits, and birth control and criminalization of women in desperate situations. I oppose these laws." When asked to clarify if he supports overturning Roe v. Wade today, he said, quote, "I do not think that is the way for the country to move forward on this issue." Now people can change their minds, but McMullin apparently did and hasn't yet offered an explanation for his change in position. Now onto the subject of gun control, Evan McMullin's position in 2016 was that he, quote, "opposed further restrictions on gun purchases, and that there is, quote, a fundamental right enshrined in the Second Amendment." Again, pretty straightforward. Here in 2020, the U.S. Senate unveiled a gun safety proposal that included resources for states to implement red flag laws, investment in mental health treatment and school security, and an added level of scrutiny for gun buyers under the age of 21. And what did McMullin have to say? Quote, "After years of gridlock and division, certain Democrats and Republicans are breaking with the extremes in their parties to get something done." And beyond that, he said, quote, "I'm calling on Utah's other senator, Mike Lee, to do the right thing and join his colleague. Senator Lee needs to break with special interests and partisan extremes to support this important proposal." In addition, it's also been reported that on one of his campaign flyers, it says McMullin, quote, "supports expanded background checks and other sensible gun safety legislation." So 2016 McMullin was in the conservative camp of no further restrictions, and now in 2022 he is in the progressive camp of expanded background checks and other sensible gun safety legislation. For the Affordable Care Act, sometimes called ObamaCare, in 2016 McMullin is on the record of saying that Obamacare has driven up costs and reduced access, and that he opposes it. Now in 2020, the earlier mentioned flyer says that McMullin, quote, "believes we should protect and improve the Affordable Care Act." Now, is it okay for people to change their minds? Definitely. But I'm also a fan of political candidates who are transparent with their positions and principles, and when they might change their opinions on a given subject, they could point out an overriding principle that they're striving for, or new information that has come forward to change their minds. So far, McMullin has shown a whole lot of change in opinions, but has yet to show his fundamental principles common in both his past and present political campaigns. But hey, he could surprise me with just such information when debate season rolls around, but I'm not really holding my breath. As always, thanks, hope you enjoyed, and if you did, consider subscribing or joining me on Odyssey, a great YouTube alternative. Link is in the description.